Iran is preparing to bury its supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, in one of the most elaborate funeral ceremonies in modern history. Starting this Friday in Tehran and running for nearly a week, the services will span at least 5 cities across Iran and Iraq, with government officials expecting tens of millions of people to attend. What makes this moment so striking is not just the scale of the funeral, it is the timing. Ayatollah Khamenei was killed back in February, more than 4 months ago, during US-Israeli strikes at the very outset of the war on Iran. The regime has held off on holding these ceremonies until now, and for Iran's government, this week is a critical test, a chance to demonstrate that the Islamic Republic has endured, despite losing the man who sat at its center for nearly 4 decades. Khamenei was more than Iran's head of state. He was also a senior Shiite Muslim cleric, a marja, meaning his religious rulings were followed by Shiites well beyond Iran's borders. His portrait regularly appeared at Shiite rallies in Lebanon and Iraq, and his government built religious schools and offered scholarships that extended his reach into Pakistan and other parts of the region. He commanded the Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps, the ideological military force that backed militant groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon and other armed factions across the Arab world. But his legacy inside Iran is deeply contested. Over his nearly 40 years of authoritarian rule, his government presided over brutal repression, the imprisonment, torture, and killing of dissidents. Corruption widened under his watch, and Iran's security forces accumulated an ever greater share of the country's wealth. Just 6 months before his death, Iran was gripped by nationwide protests calling for an end to his government. And when news broke that he had been killed, some Iranians celebrated openly, at considerable personal risk. The regime is counting on this week's ceremonies to project strength and continuity. Whether the tens of millions expected to fill the streets are driven by genuine grief, religious devotion, or the complicated mix of pressures that authoritarian governments can bring to bear on public life, only time will make clear. That is the picture from Tehran this week. We will continue following developments as the ceremonies unfold. Thanks for listening.